If you're listening to this because your child or young person is struggling, I want to begin by speaking to you. Because if your child is hurting, chances are you're hurting too. You may be frightened, overwhelmed, exhausted. You may be lying awake every night trying to work out what to do, trying to find the answer, trying to make sense of something that feels impossible to make sense of. If that's where you are right now, I want you to know something. You're not failing. You are frightened, and those are not the same thing. When the people we love the most are suffering, every instinct in us wants to make it stop. We want answers. We want certainty. We want a plan. We just want somebody to tell us exactly what to do. I know, I've been there too. So before we do anything else, let's slow this down. Let's take a breath together. Can you feel your feet on the floor? Just notice the support beneath you. And gently ask yourself, is my child safe right now? Have I done what needs to be done in this moment? Have I sought support if support is needed? And just stay there for a moment. Because sometimes our child is in crisis, and sometimes our fear is, and it helps to know the difference. Now let's take another breath. What's happening inside you? Can you feel the fear? The helplessness? The ache in your heart? The part of you that so desperately wants to fix this? Of course you do. You love your child. But what if, for a few moments, there was nothing to fix? What if there was only something to understand? One of the things I've learned is that when young people are struggling, what we see on the surface is rarely the whole story. The behavior isn't the story. The words aren't the story. They are clues. Clues that something underneath is hurting. Something underneath needs our attention. And when a child reaches a place where being here feels too hard, I don't believe our first task is to persuade them out of their experience. Our first task is to understand it, to become curious, to wonder, what is it like to be my child right now? What are they carrying? What hurts? What feels impossible? What feels so heavy that they can no longer carry it alone? And this is where listening becomes so important. Not listening so we can respond, and not listening so we can reassure, not listening so we can solve the problem, just listening. Listening so our child feels less alone. Listening so they feel understood. Listening so they no longer have to carry the burden of making us understand how much they're hurting. Now, sometimes that's going to sound like, help me understand, or tell me more, or what's that like for you? And sometimes, as with my daughter, it sounds like very little at all. My daughter would withdraw. Sometimes our child needs space. Sometimes they need silence. Sometimes we feel like we can't reach them. Yet sometimes they just need somebody willing to sit near them or beside them without rushing in with advice. Just knowing that you're there, without trying to make them feel better, without trying to convince them that everything's okay. Just sitting, just listening, just staying. Because there is something incredibly powerful about being deeply heard, about having somebody remain with us when things feel dark, not fixing us, not rescuing us, just remaining present. And if you're finding that difficult, that's okay too, because listening is hard when we're frightened. A frightened parent wants certainty. A frightened parent wants answers. A frightened parent just wants the pain to stop. So if you notice yourself wanting to jump in with solutions, please see if you can be gentle and kind to yourself. Pause. Take a breath. Place a hand on your heart if that feels supportive. Come back to your feet on the floor and remind yourself, I don't have to solve this moment. I only have to stay present for it. If you're feeling overwhelmed after listening to this, please reach out to somebody you trust. A friend, a family member, a therapist maybe, another parent, someone who can listen to you, because you matter too. You don't have to carry this alone. You might step outside, feel the ground beneath your feet. Perhaps take your shoes and socks off, look at the sky, make a cup of tea, take a breath. And remember, you do not need to solve the next 6 months tonight. You do not need to know how this story ends today. You only need to know what the next kind step is. The next breath. The next conversation. The next moment of connection. Because here's what I wish I'd known. I didn't need all the answers. I didn't need to be perfect. I didn't need to fix my child's pain. I just needed to stay steady enough, present enough, connected enough. Just one breath, one conversation, one moment at a time. And if that's all you can do today, that's enough. More than enough.